and you're that group, and you two fight amongst each other, and we'll battle for your vote, and we'll pander to you, and we'll promise you things we can never deliver. But as long as you're divided into groups, you're segregated. I love that. I don't know how many politicians speak against segregation, yet the first thing they do is segregate everybody into a particular group. There's this demographic and that demographic. It's really a game that is played on the American people as well, as people all over the world in all their different political structures that each and every country have. This is not some new game that has just been found out. They've been manipulating people for thousands of years in the same types of ways. And the average Joe, the person who lives their life and does their thing and wants to be part of a clique, gets manipulated when their interests are never considered. It's only the interest of the people running the agendas, running the political systems. Their particular agendas are the ones they care about. And they would definitely sacrifice an individual for the greater cause. And if that individual happens to be you, it's too bad. That's not the system that we're supposed to be living under. It's supposed to be a system of the individual. And a lot of us individuals who think differently, who have different ideas and opinions, work together so that everyone can benefit. Not this group benefit and that group benefit. That's a politician's job. They want groups because they can't come up with ideas that can benefit everybody. So if they split you up to get just enough votes to keep them in, they'll benefit the people that help them out. They'll give them favors. They may give them little trinkets of appreciation. We've got to take our first time out, ladies and gentlemen. Please hang in there. We got more coming your way. Be right back.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Listening there. Don't go anywhere. The John and Bang Show is going to be right back. Just ask the hillbilly.
That's right. Right after this.
What about me? Maybe next time.
Check out the new book from Derek Shelmerdine,
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
It tells the story of rock and roll from its roots right up until the mid-'70s punk.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Not just the music, but also the events that shaped the music.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
It includes the backgrounds to recording sessions, singles, album releases, births and deaths, epic concerts, and festivals.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Shelmerdine has made a painstaking effort to document pretty much every event that would prove significant in shaping popular music.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Purchase the book at www.rockandrollunraveled.com. Follow him at Twitter at R&R Unraveled, and look him up on Facebook at Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
By author Derek Shelmerdine.
Available now. You're listening to the John LeBang Show.
It's a hell of a good time, isn't it? And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting me indulge myself in that first segment, as I did stray off the virtual infinity a little bit and got into a little bit of deeper thoughts there. But I wanted to get to you guys because I want to tease you, because the show is next week. The big special, of course, is next week, Virtual Infinity. Here's a snippet from one of our chapters called Choose Your Adventure.
Welcome to Virtual Infinity.
Oh, it's very freaky in here.
I reckon that's
Oh, look at the camera. Oh, my God.
Choose your adventure.
Okay, what do you guys want to play?
Well, could you be more specific on
Is
that?
there a virtual bathroom? Oh,
Well, here, let me shuffle through the categories.
Hollywood superstar. Will you do what it takes to make it in Hollywood? Or will you rank it with Scandal?
I love Hollywood.
Rated X.
You would.
For adult content.
How are we supposed to play that one without any chicks?
I don't understand, Uncle Shady.
Is there anyone in this room you want to be exposing yourself to?
Oh, yes, I know that wasn't much, ladies and gentlemen, but we're just teasing you. We want you to get all hyped up for this broadcast because it means a lot to us over here. And we want it to mean a lot to you. We've had a lot of people saying, man, we can't wait for this to come out. People commenting on our Facebook pages and sending emails. We can't wait for Virtual Infinity because it has been a while since there has been a special right here on the John LeBang Show. So don't worry. We got a few more snippets to give you as the night progresses, and we hope that you'll stay tuned through the entire broadcast. Maybe you'll join us in the chat room. Let us know what you're thinking about. Maybe we'll talk about some of the subject matter that concerns you. Hopefully, if we can get ourselves upgraded in the near future, we'll be able to have a more open dialogue where you, the listener, can call in on a regular basis at any moment in time, and we don't have to open up phone lines. You can just call in, and we can talk to you about things that may be important to you. Because when I don't get feedback from people, it's hard to judge what is important to my listeners. Although you wouldn't be my listeners if you didn't think the subject matter I discussed was important. So again, I thank you for everything because we are beginning our 5th year. And it's given us some time to reflect because of our downtime in April. I think I said that already. There's been so much to reflect on that, but it's been a great journey, and I'm happy that so many stations continue to support us. I just went and did my rounds the other day, checked on all the stations, made sure that the broadcast was being played at the correct time, and it was running smoothly for them. And it looks to be everybody is, or most stations anyways, are running at full speed. You know things are good on that end when nobody's contacting you. Nobody's saying, hey, dude, what's up with this? Or, hey, dude, what's up with that? You know that adage, no news is good news. I live by that. If I don't hear anything from anybody, it's probably a good thing. It might be a little lonely at times because everybody's got their own thing going. But if I don't hear something from somebody, most of the time I'm thinking, okay, everything's good. It's usually that phone call out of the blue that you get. That's something bad, right? You're like, oh boy, who's this calling? You look at it, it's like, oh, I haven't heard from them in a while. Hello? And hopefully it's just them wanting to chat. But a lot of times it isn't. So I take that adage, no news is good news. You know, you get a lot of people who worry about everything. You know, some of my listeners, especially a few in Michigan there, they worry a lot about every single thing they can't control. And I keep saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you can't control it, if it's out of your hands, don't worry about it. If you don't hear something from somebody, don't worry that you're not hearing. I mean, if you're used to talking to somebody every day, single day, and then you haven't heard from them in 5 days, you might want to check on them. Hopefully they didn't, die on the toilet or something. That would be horrible. Of all the terrible ways to die, I'm talking first world deaths, mind you. I'm not talking third world deaths or moronic deaths where you go to take a selfie with a bear and the bear mauls you. We spoke about that in the first hour. I watched that video, and it was so disturbing to watch this person being flung around. This bear wasted this dude. So note to the kiddies out there, don't take a selfie with the bear. Probably not a good idea. That might have something to do with how they portray animals in the media now. All these poor little animals, they're always on the endangered species list, or they're all cuddly in the cartoons. So some moronic imbecile, no mind, decides to take a selfie with the bear and gets himself mauled to death. The interesting thing out of all this is the dude is dead, but the bear is being treated for injuries. Because the dog came over there to try to say, a stray dog. There were people watching this dude, filming it. Didn't do anything to help the bear, to help the guy. They helped the bear by not even trying to get the bear off the dude. I know it's a bear. But you just watched the dude get destroyed right in front of you, filmed it on your camera. Yep. Nobody tried to help the dude from what I could tell. Nobody. It's amazing in these countries that they didn't have some kind of knife or gun. I guess, it's dangerous. You don't want to be mauled to death yourself. I don't know how we got on that topic. Ways of dying. That's third world deaths, right? First world deaths are a little different. You have a heart attack on the toilet because you push too hard. That's terrible. Sitting there, maybe you're on the phone. Maybe you're sitting there looking at the porn on your phone there. And you got too excited, you pushed too hard, and now you're dead. And then somebody's got to find that out because you haven't contacted them in 3 or 4 or 5 days. And they're wondering what's going on, so they come over. They smell something in the house. They don't realize that it's you decomposing and your poop's still there. But first world deaths are a lot different than third world deaths. Let's take a parachute jump. I was watching a video of some younger people, late teens, early 20s, jumping. It was 40, 50 feet off a cliff into water. Psh. Fun. Yeah, sounds like fun. You get killed, that's like a first world death there because you're dumb. You jump in with all the modern conveniences of the world, right? You can swim anywhere nice. You're jumping off a giant cliff. Okay. One dude got hurt. No wonder. That was a long drop. He's like, I hit the bottom. Oh, well, when you're flying 40 feet through the air, sure, you might hit the bottom. People do a lot of things for fun. People do it. But there are some things that are a little overly risky in this first world thing. I don't even know how I got on this topic. We're a little all over today, folks. I'm trying to give you a little bit of entertainment as well as do the virtual infinity week, Trying to have some fun here a little bit, talk about different things, not get too heavy. I guess we're heavy when we're talking about death on the toilet or death by bear mauling. Like if you could list 5 ways you don't want to die, bear mauling is probably up close to the top 5, wouldn't you think? I was thinking shark attack's not a very good way to die. Burning to death sucks. I don't know how old I was. It must have been, I was 14 or 15. The house across the street caught on fire. And I remember it was just, everybody woke up. They were trying to get the kids out. And I forgot how many people passed away, but they were caught in fire. And it was only a 2-story building because this fire spread very fast. And from that point on, I mean, that was a realization that that's one way I didn't want to go. Because it's horrible, one, because the people that did get out